Yo, what's Gucci, what's Fendi, what's poppin'? Brand new whip, nah fam, I just hopped in. Welcome back to the Sicology podcast. We are back with another one. I'm so happy because I've been getting more gents on this episode. We gotta give a shout out to that. But anyway, in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the boy child. You know, we always talk about the girl child, Drana, Holy 10, GGG. We're gonna be talking about the boy child. And of course, I couldn't do this by myself. I'm joined by a special guest. So to my special guest, please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What's your name? All of that.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dave Mutyambizi. I also go by the name DAVE. I'm a multi-time Zim Hip Hop nominated artist. I'm MSU graduate who did media. Shout out MSU and Gweru and Trishawane there. And currently I am working on my own brand and also working towards my music. And iPhone in Brazilian is now out on all digital platforms.
I actually didn't know that, so I need to check this song out. So
yes, iPhone in Brazilian is all out on digital platforms.
You know what I'm gonna do, right? I think what we'll do, we even use the background to your song for even this episode, just to spice it up, so that y'all hear that this is a dope track.
This is a dope track.
So, without further ado, man, Dave and I we've been rapping from time to time, and we talk about these, trending topics, especially the whole male and female kind of topics. And Dave was like, man, I need to come on your podcast because I need to tell somebody, I need to educate people.
I've been begging you, like, God, it's been like 2 months now. I've been begging you.
And I'm like, all right, let's do this now, because Vance, he actually has some philosophical stuff to say. So basically, this is gonna be about the boy child. So tell me, what is your issue, or what is it that you think about when you hear the boy child? Just that statement in itself.
I feel like the boy child is lacking guidance in a way, because I feel like there are 2 things that have done a number on us, like Western exposure plus, this whole technology thing. It's kind of like, especially, I may not speak for the other Caucasian boy child, but I'm speaking for the African boy child. To be exact, we are losing our way in the sense of how, we see these issues where we're kind of like giving into societal expectations, but we're forgetting who we are.
Tell me more.
We can let's talk about it this way. Just like in general, like I'm a graduate, I'm a uni graduate, right? We know there are certain situations where we say no, like, things haven't happened in our way because of certain such, but we're now like giving into, expectations where we think because you're in it, like through these, let's talk about influences, right? Have you seen how the boy child is now like idolizing influencers?
Talk about that more. Talk about that more. What do you mean?
Like, let's take it for instance, right? You have for you to be in the spot that you're in, like, right? Let's talk. I'm just saying it from a logical perspective. For me to be in college, for me to bust my ass in college, probably it was my father, right? Or let's say it was somebody like a male figure, or even my parent was my mother who kind of raised me for me to be there. She sacrificed a lot and stuff like that. But when people ask me who's my role model, I'm probably gonna give you a corny answer, like, let's say my role model is like what? I don't know,
Jay-Z.
Kobe Bryant. No disrespect to Kobe Bryant, but like, am I saying it out of willingly, or it's just something to be associated with clout, or say, no, when I want to grow up, I wanted to be like, let's say these idolizer like Will Smith, or even like let's talk about the woman like right now for the
Kim
Gold Belt.
Kardashian.
She probably wants to look like Kim Kardashian, exactly. Do you even know what happened for Kim Kardashian to be with?
Well, it was a sex
People
tape,
don't know
but
the history from Kim Kardashian. And you know that like the whole reality show endorsements, those are like a settlement, a lawsuit settlement from that sex tape.
yes, definitely. I heard about that. I think a lot of people don't even
And
know.
it makes me, don't get me wrong. She is a beautiful woman, but for me to have, it's a red flag when I have a girl who says, she looks up to those kind of people. For me, or even you can even have one who's like, who indulges in like, we can say, maybe like flipping passion java, tatilicious. And I'm like,
Delicious.
nah,
And I might TT.
nah, bro. Like honestly, and you know what hurts me the most is, and from a media perspective, is that I studied media, okay,
Yes.
and these people get way much attention. They could be doing better with that attention and like educating the masses, informing them. But for them, they go there and rant out and bitch and moan about life problems and stuff like that, which is really a shitty way to mental health. Because let I remind you, as much as the boy child is gonna be on like social media, you become ungrateful of the things that you don't appreciate. Just like waking up is a gift, guys. Nothing is promised except for like today. Think about it this way, right? Yes, you may not be in the fancy car that you want, or you're not eating fancy, but your belly's full, you've eaten, you've got clothing on your body. Unepekurarira. You have a home,
Tell them.
you have something. But now when we go on social media, these guys be envying. Oh, bruh, you saw that? Like, I ain't throwing shots at anybody, but these are just my views. Like, you will see a guy say, bruh, you saw them Gucci items that Mutiwa Hood was wearing and stuff like that. You saw that car, Rico and stuff like that. I'm just like, but bro, that's his life for him to be in a certain place. You don't know what he did for him to be in that place. Appreciate what you have as the boy child. So how are you gonna, it's like even when you go with religion for us guys, how are you gonna be able to get what you want? You're praying for like that nice mansion, like every typical boy like this. I feel like I might speak for my own perspective. Like when you pray for that house on the other side of Samora with the suburbs, the one with the big ass yard,
Yeah.
with the pool, the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. You all want that life, the other side of them, could you go back on Baden and stuff like
Hey,
but
bacon.
bruh. But are you appreciating what you have right now?
I like that. I like that, man.
We're not.
I have a question though. I have a question.
Yeah.
So you talked about not having the right influences or role models, where our role models is people like a Jay-Z or a Drake, and not the people that grew up amongst us. So are you saying our role models should be the people that we actually grew up with, that we actually know?
I think our role models should be somebody. I'm not saying he has to be American, but have something to relate with.
Ooh.
Have something to relate with. Be relatable.
Oh.
It's like with Zim hip hop. Why do you think Zim dance or pops than Zim hip hop? I'm a Zim hip hop artist, but I'll tell you the reason why Zim dance has got masses, because it's relating with the ghetto youth. It's relating with the kid who's struggling. It's relating. Zim hip hop. I'm gonna be real and 100 with you. Chukutengesa salad, chego America.
Sutengesa salad, chego America.
The moment we start telling our own stories, that's why we have artists. That's why we have Zim hip hop. these guys were like doing Zimbabwe, and we've got artists, proper established artists. That's why we're gonna have like guys like songs like Tongo God by Junior Brown or Maria. That is relatable. Or
even in the recent times, what's his name? Daremero was relatable to a lot of Zimbabweans. That's why Holy 10 went big.
You check, but there's also this guy called Bling 4.
Oh yeah, Bling 4. He's been that whole cheater, the whole cheating thing, the new song. Yeah.
Bro, I want you to check out the song called Riripa Ground.
Okay, I'll check that one out.
That song is relatable because the brother is addressing like he says but roots forge. How many people it relates?
And a lot of people relate to that. A lot of people.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just relate with the average people. Like, relate with people, not average, but just everybody. Something that you can be like, nah, this is it. So I'm not saying I'm not fighting the mighty keys or the enchantresses or any, like, they have their own target market that they relate with, but like they tend to be a bit like toxic in a way that they put everything like on. I feel like on social media you create your own reality, and I feel like
so you think what people like Passion and My TT do is toxic? Is it toxic or banter? Which one is it?
For Passion, like we can say with Passion is being an entertainer and stuff like that, but it's controversial with his public figure because he's claimed to be
a prophet in quotes.
Exactly. And me, I'm not in a position to be judging him or him because he might actually, because I've seen people say this is a fake prophet and stuff like that. And right now it's not my spot to be judging a person for stuff like that. But sometimes you kind of become a walking contradiction with the things that you do and say and stuff like that. Maybe it's because of the whole. Maybe it's because it's the world that we're living in now, like where things are now just different, like times have changed and stuff, but like sometimes there has to be, like a firm identity or integrity of the people, That's why we've got guys. That's why we've got guys like the problem with our society today. We feel like because you don't agree with somebody's lifestyle and opinions and maybe beliefs, you should hate them.
Oh, which is bad. But okay, who do you think gets more stick when it comes to that? Do you think guys get more stick when it comes to that, or women get more stick when it comes to that? I don't want this to be men versus women, but who do you think gets more stick?
We can take an example like Shadiah.
Oh, that's right? A triggering man. For the women.
I may not agree with some of the things that Shadiah says, right? But he does speak some volumes, Like we can talk of how, feminism, how it's being abused by certain people. Like I feel like you have heard one of his podcasts when he said, no, I don't have a problem with women or anything like that. People think I'm a misogynist or something like that. No, my problem is when people tend to abuse, like when women, he said, to abuse that title.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that one went big. Like people, it triggered so many people.
Yeah, everybody's got their own opinions, to be honest, and we can't hate him for expressing himself because that's what he believes in. Everybody's entitled to his own opinion. Like, and these things, you have to understand, these things are from self experiences, man. I can tell you right now that okay, I can't invest in a relationship with a certain shorty because of certain things and stuff like that. Or I can say, because Shorty has got waist beads, I can't. For me, that's a red flag and stuff because it's of my experiences and what I have seen with that type of things. Not that I have against women with waist beads, like just putting it out there. No, ladies, if you wear
Disclaimer.
waist beads, yeah, that's you, that's you,
Yes,
mommy. You
queen.
do your thing, mommy. You
Yes,
do your
queen.
thing. Uh,
Okay. So no, you don't insert, you don't shame someone for having their opinion, basically.
Exactly, because now we want to give in into a bandwagon, and that's the bandwagon that is leading, us, the boy child, into a messed up state. Like if
Mm.
you check out social media, you've been seeing how, like the boss Pangolin issue, that is tragic, man. Like,
The boss,
fuck.
what?
I
Which,
know, like
what?
Pangolin, that Zimmer, pardon?
What happened? Tell me about this pangolin guy.
This Pangolin guy, he invested so much in a woman that he ended up, like killing her, and also, he took his own life, and it's sad. And
Oh
I feel like,
my
and firstly,
days. It seems like every
and
day you
first,
hear about that. It's like so normal now, which is sad.
even like the whole, like, let's take for example, we as a hip hop, I'm a consumer of hip hop culture, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
the whole Ricky Rick, the whole the
Oh.
whole Ricky Rick it,
Mm.
it it has to, because what are you trying to say to the next little child who grew up listening? Because I grew up listening to Ricky Rick, man. Like I grew up,
Mm.
like growing up, I wanted to grow my beard like Ricky Rick,
Ish, Ricky
and
was
even when
like,
the time was right, like when I
mm.
finished uni, I wanted to have like a Gucci. Okay, I'm not like a Gucci fan, but I wouldn't mind having like a tattoo like Ricky Rick or something like that. Because that was, for
Mm.
me, that was like one of those people who were like, no, I wanted to rap because of like Ricky Rick and stuff like that. So what are you trying to say
Bosonke.
for you when you become
Mm.
exactly? So I that kind of calls out like there needs to be healing amongst the boy child. Like I know there's this thing called depression, anxiety, and stuff like that, and you're put on medication and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I believe it should not go there to medication. Like think about it this way: isusu is vanwati mamashuna.
Mm.
Haigarwa
Black people.
madar.
Mm.
Sebanwar, Haigarwa Madari.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like when we were in our history, O level histories, when we were taught that, like there was a time when the men would go sit on the fire, and
Mm.
the young boy would actually follow his father. I feel like
Mm.
we're so
That's
busy
deep.
I feel like we're so busy with the whole modernization of technology. Everybody's just on their fucking phones and stuff. I feel like there needs to be a time where we have to nurture each other, as men, like, and also women to also guide their women like that in order for us to be like, okay, let's shape our identity. Because from what I see in Africa, have you ever noticed that our our image in Africa is really messed by the Western? The only time you're gonna see Western media like portraying Africa is, oh, they're poor, oh, they're squabbling, oh, they're civil wars and stuff like that. But
Even the movies, bruv. Even the movies.
that's why people like, I feel like the movies, like there are very few movies that would portray Africa in good light. Like when you see Africa, they think it's a desert, they think there's lions and stuff like that. But no, Africa, there's actually development, man. We can talk
Mm.
about, there are guys like Dangote, there are guys like Strive Masiwa, there are
Mm.
guys like, even Scott Cooper. Like these guys, they are doing their things, like these are African guys who like just like us, who grew up just the same country, same continent, but they're making change.
Mm. To
So
Africa.
I feel like there has to be an acknowledgement of that. Not Africa is not just like a place for people with the squads. I won't lie, our history has been messed up because think about it this way. We've been taught, we've been taught, oh, Hitler, we've been taught Mussolini, Napoleon,
Of
all
course.
these,
European
Caucasian
West,
figures. But
Western. Mm.
do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny though? What I don't get.
Mm.
How is it a war of European people is considered world war?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't even get it. But what about the continents? Where's Asia? Where's Africa and stuff like that? It's just, that's how like they did a number on us. So I feel like we really need to start, redigging our own heritage as people. Like
Mm.
I feel like we might be like shaming our culture and stuff like that, but I feel like for every person, for every boy child or just like every African child, that you have to be in touch with your roots, guys. That's ndambomira kuadopta chisaladi tofana kuenda kumusha kumbona dzimwe hama dzinotirakidzawo magari. Oh, bro, I'm telling you, dog, I'm telling you, we need to know where we come from.
True.
The problem, you're exposed to this Western item. You're gonna be exposed to this Western item, this Western knowledge, right? And you're gonna start having beliefs. And next thing you know, you'll be like, "Nah, I don't believe." Like, I'm not saying I'm shaming anybody's religious practices or anything like that. But if you're an atheist, I'm sorry, you're a dumbass motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Nah, like honestly, you can't tell me the things such as spiritual warfare. That stuff is actually real, okay? I don't blame you if you have your religious practice. You can be like African traditional, you can be Hindu, you could be Islam. Man, even Rastafarian is a respectable religious practice.
But nothing
That
at all.
actually
But for you, nothing at all is just dumb. Dumb motherfuckers.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Balance me here real quick. But
Hey, I don't know.
but that's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, okay?
Yeah.
That's my own opinion. I would love to explore the mind and say, all right, so what makes Yo,
I'm back. Sorry,
yep,
my net had my Wi-Fi had done its little thing. But yeah, you said that's just everyone is entitled to their opinion. Continue from there.
Everybody's entitled to their opinions. I think there's a saying which says opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Okay. Wow. So, these okay.
Everybody.
That's an interesting saying, bro. I'm not even gonna cap. But
yeah.
I wanted to say, obviously, our time is running out. We literally have like 2 minutes left. But
okay.
And I feel like there's so much more you have because for me, you're one of those people that you have so much to say, bro. And this can't just be covered in like one episode.
Exactly, and I look forward to coming to the next episode.
Yeah, because I think you're someone who has so much, to tackle here and there. But just in closing, what's the piece of advice you would give in general, just for the boy child, for them to prosper and all that?
Being a man ain't no joke.
Oof.
Life doesn't happen the way we expect it, but
knees and toes, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees. Bro, this is Wi-Fi. Okay, we're gonna do this again because this is where the clickbait's gonna come. So anyway, yeah, you were saying, what's the advice you'd give to the boy child?
Being a man ain't no joke. It's never gonna be easy. But here's the thing. Are you gonna cry, bitch, and moan about it, or get up and try to do something? Because don't stay comfortable, okay? Remember, being a man, that's just how we are. Like, we're gonna have to be the backbone where people rely on us. We're in our 20s right now, right? Very soon we're gonna be in our 30s. You're gonna be start paying you for your parents, or already some of them have already started taking care of their parents. That kind of thing, like our parents gonna need, black tech,
Mm,
irregardless of everything that's going on. Maybe
mm.
that's us for black people. And yeah, we are black people. You don't take your parents to a fucking nursing home. What the fuck is wrong with you? You stay with your parents. Those are your blessings.
Shit. Damn, Dave. I think Santon would also be jealous of this statement. But anyway, that was deep. Bro, thank you so much for coming through. I'm sure
Thank
this
you for having me, man.
I'm sure this is gonna help a couple of
All right,
gents.
man.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Um
And I'd like to also, like to keep on having these, type of conversations where we're just
uh,
talking about, educating each other, like iron
mm,
sharpens iron. You get what I'm saying?
mm, I get
So
you
yeah,
big time. And I think that'll be
yeah.
beautiful, man. I think men we need more spaces where we just rap and talk about our issues because yeah, we need a bit more of that. Before we go, social media tags.
Oh, social media tags on Twitter, it's the DAVE
Mm,
2631.
mm-hmm,
On Instagram, it's the DAVE 63. Facebook, Dave Mutyambizi. Yep,
mm,
that's me. I
okay.
don't do TikTok. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a story
I'm
for another
sorry.
day.
I don't do TikTok. I'm sorry. I used to have an account, but nah, too much feminine energy there. Nah, I'm a man,
Oh,
man. I don't feel
oh
like I should be
shit.
doing TikTok. I'm sorry.
These shots. Shit. These okay.
No, no, these are not shots. Maybe for entertainment, yes, because I'm a musician, I need to push my music there.
Yeah,
But
exact.
as long as I'm not making music or anything like that, why the fuck am I on TikTok? Sorry.
Shit. There you have it, folks. Dave just said it. He's all about the masculinity tip, being a man, all of that, all of that. Let us know your comments.
All right.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Dave. Yeah.
All right.
Peace.